Hi guys, I hope you had a great weekend and welcome to the new week, week 48. This week we will continue working on writing and reading. So we will be reading the text About a Boy by Nick Hornby. And we will be working as the same way as we did last week. Basically, the assignment is divided in 3 categories: English level 5, English level 6, English level 7. So let's look at the text. So this is the text that we're going to be reading this week about the boy. The text is much longer than last week's text. It's 5 pages. And on the bottom of each page, there is vocabulary. So I encourage you to try to get familiar with these new words and expressions. This is an opportunity for you to add more words into your vocabulary. So let's start with English level 5. What you need to do is to read the text about the boy, and then the second thing you need to do is to make a list of new words from the bottom pages, like I showed you. It is on page 58 and 63, and try to learn these words, try to get familiar with the words and understand how the words are used, and also try to memorize the words so that you can use it in the future, or even for this assignment. And the third thing you need to do is to answer questions 8 and 12 from reading checkpoints on page 63. So let's turn to page 63. So this is page 63. Here are the reading checkpoints. So let's see, question number 8. What does Will think of John and Christina's house? So then you answer the question based on what Will think and based on what is written in the text. You can formulate the answer, and then number 12, how does Will react? So then you answer that question as well, you elaborate your answer. So that's all for English level 5. So the text is a little bit longer, so just make sure that you take your proper time to read the text thoroughly and that you have an understanding about the text. So English level 6, you do the same thing. You read the text about the boy, and then you answer question 4 from discussion on page 64. Let's see what that is. So this is page 64, and here's the discussion, and you are to answer the question number 4. What is Will like compared to the author of the letter in the previous text, Tollbridge? Remember, this is the text that you read last week. Yeah, so in this assignment, they want you to compare the 2 texts. So the assignment is for you to compare what is said in this text with what is said in this text. Yeah, so you compare the 2. So let's go back to the question. Number 4. What is Will like compared to the author of the letter in the previous text, Tollbridge? Could it be the same person? Why? Why not? So it is your assignment to try to figure this out based on the information taken from the text. So you compare the both texts, and then you bring out arguments from the text, and then you compare and contrast, and you also explain with your own words why you think the way you think. What is the supportive evidence of your arguments based on the text? So that's how you can answer question number 4. So the third thing you need to do is to turn to on the same page, page 64, you need to do exercise A and A, synonymous, and exercise B, what's the word? So here's the same page, page 64. So this is synonymous. What you need to do is to match this column to the other column. So basically the left column needs to be matched to the right column. And then see what's the word. You need to fill in what fits this description. So you read, for instance, number 1, you read the text and then you fill in the missing blank. So that's what you need to do for this assignment. So that's all for English level 6. Let's move on to English level 7. You need to start off with reading the text about a boy. And then number 2, answer question 6 from discussion on page 64. Let's see. So on page 64, you need to answer a question in discussion. So it is question number 6. So you need to answer question number 6. Do you think Will could have been a woman? Why? Why not? So that means that you need to have understood the text in order for you to answer this question. So then, based on your understanding and based on the text, you need to provide your arguments to why you think she is the person is either a woman or not. I mean, if Will could have been a woman or not. So based on that, your understanding of the text, you provide your arguments. So that's what you need to do in order for you to answer question number 6. So the third and last thing that you need to do is to turn to page 65. This is page 65. And you go to writing, the section writing, argumentative essay, letter to the editor. So what is asked of you for this is to answer question 1 and question 2. What I would like to ask you is to write all of your answers in one Word document. So when you're going to answer question number 1 here, compare the main characters of The Toll Bridge and About a Boy. So this is why I said last week that you need to have an understanding of the text that you're going to read about The Toll Bridge, because you're going to do a comparison about the texts. So basically in this question you compare the main characters, and what you need to answer is if the characters are similar or different, and you need to explain. So why do you think that they are either similar or either different or either way? Once you have answered that, you move on to question number 2. And the question is, describe the advantages or disadvantages of being single. Find inspiration and arguments in the texts. Yeah, so basically, in order for you to answer this question, you need to go back to the text and find arguments on disadvantages and advantages of being single. I mean, it is asked for you you can get inspired by the text, but you can also give your own personal opinion or from your personal experience or from other experiences that you have come across. However, you need to be able to elaborate your answer. So altogether, for question 1 and question 2, I would like for you to answer in half a page. So that's what you need to do for this writing assignment. So that's all for English level 7. Alright guys, I have some quick announcement to make, just so that I can give you a little bit of heads up so you know what's going to happen the coming weeks. So if we look at the calendar, this is the month of November. The last week of November is week 48, meaning this week. from the 25th of November, ending for you, you're turning in your assignment on the 2nd of December, right? So basically, the next week, week 49, starting off on the 2nd of December, your assignment will be to work on your presentation. Yeah, so you get the whole week to work on your presentation, and then the following week, which is week 50, you will also be able to work on your presentation. So you work on it the whole week, and then you will turn in your final presentation Monday the 16th of December. So that's just a little bit of heads up so that you know. So basically, by this time, you have probably finished reading your novel, your book. And in the coming weeks, the following 2 weeks, you'll be working on your presentation. And more details about what to include and what not to include in your presentation has been actually given in previous weeks, but I'm also going to highlight that next week when I'm going to explain more about the assignment. Other than that, I hope that you have a good week, and please let me know if there's anything. You can chat me or call me anytime. I'll see you later. Have a good one.